Chapter 1 Introduction to the Victim-Perpetrator Paradox. Ever wondered why sometimes the wrongdoer is seen as the victim, while the real victim is portrayed as the perpetrator? It's a perplexing paradox that's all too common in our society, and today, we're going to delve into this issue. Chapter 2 The Case of Jane. Consider this case. In a small town in rural America, a high school student named Jane was bullied by her classmates. She was tormented, both physically and emotionally, day in and day out. Instead of finding support and understanding, Jane was blamed for not fitting in, for not conforming to the group's norms. Chapter 3 The Reversal of Roles. Meanwhile, the bullies were seen as victims. They were painted as misunderstood youths, struggling with their own problems, using bullying as a way to cope. The small town's community sympathized with them, overlooking their cruel actions. And so Jane, the true victim, was left alone, while her tormentors were pitied and even supported. Chapter 4 Understanding the Victim-Perpetrator Paradox. This is an example of what is known as the victim-perpetrator paradox. In such situations, the roles are reversed, leading to a distorted perception of the events. This not only perpetuates the cycle of harm but also discourages victims from seeking justice. Chapter 5 Factors at Play. So, why does this happen? There are several factors at play here. Firstly, societal norms and biases often cloud our judgment. We are conditioned to see things in a certain way. And when something challenges these norms, it's easier to blame the victim rather than question the system. Chapter 6 Power Dynamics. Secondly, there's the issue of power dynamics. Often, perpetrators are in positions of power, making it difficult for victims to speak up. They are silenced, marginalized, and their stories are often dismissed or not believed. Chapter 7 Lack of Awareness and Understanding. Lastly, there's a lack of awareness and understanding. Many people are not aware of the signs of abuse or manipulation, and this ignorance can lead to the victim being blamed instead of the perpetrator. Chapter 8 Breaking the Cycle. So, how can we break this cycle? Education and public awareness are key. We need to challenge societal norms and biases, question power dynamics, and raise awareness about the signs of abuse and manipulation. Only then can we begin to see the victim as the victim and the perpetrator as the perpetrator. Chapter 9 Conclusion and Call to Action. In conclusion, the victim-perpetrator paradox is a complex issue, deeply rooted in societal norms, power dynamics, and lack of awareness. It's a widespread problem, but not an insurmountable one. By challenging our biases, questioning authority, and educating ourselves and others, we can begin to rectify this issue and ensure that victims are given the support and justice they deserve. Remember, change starts with you. It's about time we stop blaming the victim and start holding the perpetrators accountable for their actions.